Hey, what's going on, guys? Xbox All In channel, post Sega Forever. Just wanted to do a quick update or channel update for you guys. As you know, I kicked off the Wrecking Crew podcast a couple weeks ago. Hat tip to all the guys that was able to join that podcast. It was basically their first official one, and I wanted to actually do this podcast like bi-weekly. It's just something that fits my timetable as well as the guys because of where I live. Time is definitely an issue. But it's nice enough to for these guys to join me on the podcast. The usual suspects, man. E-Rock Don King of Xbox. He bought the world's most powerful gamer. My boy Sega Man, Unlimited Productions. The usual suspects in the Exile podcast as well. At least the guys in my circle of Xbox guys that I hang out with the most, that I follow, and that I feel you know actually have the pulse, have their finger on the pulse of what Xbox is really all about. And I know there's a lot of channels out there and stuff like that, but these are the core group of guys whose content I enjoy and who I think, for the most part, represent what Xbox is all about. So, yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know it'll be this Friday. It's Black Friday. To be honest with you guys, when I first started scheduling the podcast, I was just looking at it as a bi weekly thing, right? Because I didn't want to conflict with any of the other people's podcasts that they do. Plus, I'm looking at my time as well. But I kind of forgot about Black Friday. So I was thinking of postponing it, but then next week would be bad for me as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll with it. Um, I'll send the links out to the guys, see if they can join or not. If they can, then it's fine. I can rock it solo. It's no problem. Hopefully, they'll be able to join because there's a lot of stuff that I do want to talk about. For the podcast that's happening this Friday, we're going to talk about a lot of the current issues going on with Microsoft and Xbox in general. Game Pass, there's a lot of stuff that came out between last week and next week, or this week and last week, that I really wanted to cover and get the perspective on, especially. That's why I want the guys to be there, because there's just a lot of stuff that's, uh, if I'm being honest, yeah, I'm not going to say it's going to be like a rant video, but we'll be doing some ranting and stuff like that. Also, we'll talk a little about Black Friday stuff. Definitely not touch on some pop culture stuff. I did a video on my channel. Probably the biggest news right now is what's going on with Disney and Disney's ability to get their crap together. I don't know, man. It's kind of sad to me as a Disney fan and actual Marvel, and I'm also a Marvel and Star Wars fan. To find that all the drama surrounding the actual corporation is more entertaining than any of the movies or the TV shows that they produce, which I feel is sad. But we can touch on that as well. Because a lot of the guys in this podcast are like myself. I mean, we're older for the most part. I think Unlimited is probably the youngest. But we're kind of old school guys, right? We've been around the block. None of us has degrees in this kind of stuff, right? And I don't feel you need to, especially when you're talking in generalizations, especially if you're a fandom or a fan. And we've been doing this for, like I said, years. What we lack in credentials, we definitely make up in experience, man. We can talk, the stuff that I talk about with these guys offline. When you guys hear the podcast, whether it's mine or Erox or uh, Sega Man or Hebots, right? It's when we talk offline. It's basically you get an extended behind the scenes view. If you guys could hear what we're saying, our conversations, it's like an extended view of what the podcasts are all about. Hey, what's up, Sega Man, brother? What's up, man? Hey, thanks again for stopping in on my podcast that night, dude. I really appreciate it. I know it was late, dude. I appreciate you making the time. Planning to do one on Friday. I know everybody's probably going to be busy, but if you guys can jump in, it'll definitely be earlier. I'm not going to be up later that night. I'm off on Friday. But if you got stuff to do with your family, man, I know you guys will. I know I'm going to be have some stuff to do with my kids. I got an appointment that day as well, but it's early in the morning. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'll probably knock something out in my afternoon for me. So early evening for you guys. And I just wanted to update everybody. Just a real quick broadcast. I tried to do the recording of this video, but it wouldn't work out for some reason. But yeah, dude, I'll send the link out to everyone like I did before. If you guys can join, fine. If can't, no problem. If you guys just can jump in for a little while, right? And we're just gonna cover current Xbox stuff. Yeah, I'll send you the link, bro. Definitely. And we'll touch on like the ABK news, man, all the stuff that's coming out of the EU. It's not surprising to me, man. I mean, Europe is basically PlayStation country, and we all know that, right? I think Europe is more hardcore on PlayStation than Japan is, or Japan ever was, man. I mean, it's been a market that Microsoft has been trying to. I think Microsoft has had a harder time breaking into Europe than they actually have Japan. Japan is a smaller market as well comparatively to Europe. That's one of the reasons why they bought Rare back in the day, and they do a lot of stuff with the studios over there. Why they produce content on that side, right? And I don't think it's a lost battle, right? Especially with a lot of the stuff that they're doing now. But we'll talk about that on Friday. Also, do some Black Friday stuff. I like the video that you're talking about. Talk about some pop culture stuff as well, dude. Maybe we'll get into the Black Panther thing. I don't know if you saw the movie. I probably won't watch it, so that's why I have not reviewed it on my channel. I don't think it's fair I review the movie if I've never watched it. And it's nothing against the Black Panthers itself. I actually like the first movie a lot, but it's just Marvel in general, man. Phase 4 has just been a big disappointment for me. Phases 1 through 3, especially when they're wrapping up 3, one of the concerns I had is exactly what Marvel is doing right now. Their inability to take it to the next level. Because when you do such a big magnum opus and such a huge event that they did with the Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War and all the gems and everything like that, the only thing I could see them doing was going cosmic. After that, right? And then they did the multiverse thing, which I thought, okay, you can do it. The only problem I thought they'd have with the multiverse is what a lot of people have a problem when they look at multiverse, dude. It's hard to write that stuff. I've been reading comics my entire life. It's fantasy and all that stuff, fiction, science fiction. It's not. It's not. It's not. You have to have people that know what they're doing to do the content. And all I'm seeing Marvel doing right now is basically all the goodwill they built up phases 1 through 3. Is they're just riding on that right now, and they're just lost. They have no direction. Heard a lot of people are disappointed about the new One Man. I think I'll just wait for it to come 4K. But yeah, you can. Or if you have Disney Plus, you can catch it that way. It's just I'm just so done with Phase 4. The show that did it for me was basically Moon Knight, because I'm a huge Moon Knight fan, dude. I grew up on those comic books. Moon Knight, Micronauts, Rom, Space Knight, all of that stuff. I love those comics. And when they even She-Hulk, man, I was a huge She-Hulk fan back in the day. She was really a cool character, and they just, I just put it to this way: I'm not the audience that they want. Unfortunately for Marvel and Disney, I'm the audience that they need, because guys like us are the ones with the money. And I don't know about I won't speak for every child. Like I can tell you for my kids, man, they're not. I know that's the demographic they're trying to get, but they're trying too hard. And if one thing, I don't know if the people at Disney don't have kids themselves. I mean, that's probably the worst thing you can do is try hard with a child. I mean, the demographic they're looking for, the people are not. They sense that, man. My kids sense that right away. When a teacher tries to be their friend, our kids were all on lockdown, man. So when I was at home and they were having their classes, you could see the teachers trying to be cool online, and the kids just didn't want. The kids just like, oh, can we just finish this? That's the way my daughter was, dude. They're not into the same things that we are, and they got a lot more options. That's a lot of stuff that a lot of these services need to find out real quick. Netflix figured that out, and that's why I think they're doing better now. But yeah, we'll talk all about that on Friday, man. So hopefully we'll have the time. But yeah, man, I appreciate you jumping in, dude. Like I said, I was gonna do a recorded video, but for some reason I couldn't get it to download on YouTube. And that's my skills, man. I gotta get better with StreamYard, especially since I bought the the bigger package, so I can have like I think about 10 people, right? So if other people want to jump in, man, let's use this prospect. I'll send it to everybody. I'll send it to 100 and Kano and all these other guys. And I might even send it to Zobi if he wants to jump in. But yeah, just a real quick one for you guys. I gotta actually run myself. Sega man, thanks for jumping in, man. And again, thank you for being there that Friday, dude. I know, I'm gonna make it a point to make these things early evening for you guys. When I finish my job, finish work, I'll come home and then I'll just set the stuff up and we'll get it popping. Because it ran a bit long too, about 3 hours. So on this Friday, Black Friday, if everybody shows up, man, I know we're gonna have a lot to talk about, man. It's gonna be an open forum. I'll lay a format and an outline, send it to you guys, and then we'll roll from there. But yeah, man, thanks for dropping in. And like I said, guys, just a quick channel update. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys get any suggestions, any criticisms, man, I'm open to anything. Like I said, the podcast is not just, it's going to be the usual suspects, man, but it's for everybody. And I'm doing it just because look, dude, we need more. We need more, and we need better representation in the Xbox community. Um, we're just not getting it from the media. You guys see what's going on currently, man. If it's something with Microsoft or Xbox, whatever good news they have, it just shifts, on a whim. And a lot of these guys are just, we just have no voices, right? And this is why, a lot of us exist, just to make sure that we can go through all the subterfuge and fake news and all that kind of stuff and give you guys not just like just to support Xbox, but as consumers, man, to support you guys. I mean, the Series S, man, is an amazing console, man. It's going to be on sale on Black Friday. The deals that I'm seeing are absolutely nuts. Because I already own an S, I own an X. But if I didn't own an S, this would be the perfect time to get them. And if you guys can leverage that cost, man, with a lot of the cost cutting. Hey, what's up, T Reaper? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Yep. I'm gonna send you a link too for this Friday if you guys can make it, or if you can make it, dude. Because I bought the StreamYard, I guess the gold package or whatever that is, but we can have up to 10 streamers. So make sure we can get everybody in there that wants to be in there. Had a good time last Friday. It was just a bit late, so I'm gonna make it a point to make it earlier. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just gonna wrap up the video, guys. Hopefully you'll be able to join us, man. Black Friday. I wish I could give you guys the exact time. All I know is going to be early evening East Coast time, um, or a little bit probably early afternoon East Coast time, guys. Um, but I wish I could, you know, I definitely wish I could give you guys a little bit more exact time, but it's hard. And the fellas on the podcast, man, they do me a great honor to make the time because I live all in Hawaii, man. So I'm all the way off the map. I mean, we're in our own time zone out here in the middle of the ocean. So again, man, hopefully you guys will make it. Yeah, dude, T Reaper, definitely, man. We gotta hook it up, dude, because there's a lot of stuff we need to talk about. We're gonna cover everything, man, in pop culture, not just Xbox. Though the focus will be on Xbox. But anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the video. Xbox All In channel. Boy Sega Forever. We out.